Hey, hi everyone. This is Vidya here from Bhargya Technology. Okay, so I guess I'm audible clearly to each one of you, right? And sorry for yesterday, the session it just ended abruptly. So I'm sorry for that. There was some technical issue. Okay, so we have reviewed some of the test cases. For some people, we have to review. So let me just open my mail so that I can check it. So the last that we checked yesterday was for Kavita. Yours were the last that we have done yesterday. Am I correct? Kavita Sam, right? Kavita, just type yes or no in the chat box. Like I'm done with you, right? With your test cases. So I can start then for Tasneem. Okay, let me see is Tasneem there. Okay, I can't see Tasneem over here. So when she'll come, then we can review her test cases. I move ahead with then Pachai. Okay, so here your test cases are Pachai. Okay, before starting with that, I guess Kathy has something to say. Hey, Kathy.
Hi. I wanted to know whether or not you got my test cases because I had a problem emailing them to you on last night.
Yesterday night, right? So after Pachai, I would be doing your test cases, the review of your test cases. Okay?
Oh, I can't hear you.
Since I got Pachai's test cases first, so I'm just taking it sequence wise in the way that I have done. Okay. Okay. So the first test case says that to test the login page section. Section um, not the section actually. To test the login page, so you're actually testing the functionality of login button under that login page, right, Pachai? So to test the functionality of login button in the login page or in the login panel. Okay. Then the precondition is valid user ID and password. No, Pachai. See, I told you that the precondition would be the things for which, like, up till which you should be ready, okay, before starting the steps. So if I have to check the login button okay, of the login page. So I should be ready with the application in front of me. Okay, and I should be able to see the login page. It is opened. Correct? This won't be the prerequisite or the precondition. Are you able to get what I'm trying to say? That the precondition should be the application is up and running, okay, and the login page is opened on the login page of Orange HRM. You can write it in this way also. Okay, so this would be my prerequisite. Okay, then after that, okay, so in the steps you are writing that open the Orange, that is Orange HRM, okay, not HRL. So open the Orange HRM management application, enter valid user ID in the user ID field, enter valid password in the password field, and then click on the login menu. Okay, so you are writing it over here in the steps. Then the precondition should be blank in that case. If you're writing it over here that you're in the steps that you should open the Orange HRM. Okay, so in that case it should be blank. Okay, Pachi? Then in the test data you will have to give that if you have to open, see the first step is you need to open the Orange HRM, or the tester who is executing the test cases, he needs to first open the Orange HRM application. So for opening that Orange HRM application, what is the URL? So okay, then after that what should be in the user ID? Okay, what is the valid user ID that you are giving? Then what is the valid password that you are giving? Okay, so you'll have to write down in the test data. Clear? Login page should appear, then the user ID. See, yeah, this is okay, but as I told you that try to avoid this word is and all. Okay, you should use the word should. User ID should be displayed. The password should be displayed in the encrypted format. Yes, that's a good point, that it should be displayed in the encrypted format. It should be displayed in the encrypted format. Then the user should be again, okay, should be able to successfully log into the My Info page. Okay, Pachi? Okay, let me check one more. Okay, so you are testing for the personal details. Then to test the personal details section, see again over here you will have to change the prerequisite, right? See, the reason I told you that you should use this prerequisite column or the precondition column over here, okay. See, you are again writing it from the very starting that you should open the HRL, sorry, again, I'm also saying it in the incorrect way. That is the HRM. Okay, you should open this page, and then after that you have to write down the ID in the user ID field, then the password, then click on the login button. Means what I'm trying to say is you have to start from the very beginning. Okay, right from the address bar. You have to give the address and then log in into the page and then come to the personal details section to check it. Okay, so what could be done over here? For this, we should have discarded these things. Okay, in spite of this, what should be written over here is user is successfully logged in. If you are checking like for admin or ESS, so suppose say you are checking for admin, so you should have written over here as admin is successfully logged in. Okay, and if you are checking for the ESS user point of view, then you should have written it as ESS user. Then the admin is successfully logged in, logged into the application. Okay, and the personal details form is opened. So if I'm writing this thing over here in the prerequisite, then I don't have to write it from the very starting, all the steps. So I could like reduce the number of steps and the redundancy also. Okay. Okay, Pachai. Okay, so what you are trying to test over here is your steps are the personal details are highlighted in the left side. Okay. Personal details are highlighted. Oh, that link is present over there, right? This is what you're trying to say from this step. Yes, Pachai, are you trying to say that the personal details link is present on the left hand side? Yes, um, but we are not checking for that, right? Because see, if you're checking for that thing, then this is a different test case. But over here, I can see that you're also verifying the other fields, that whether these fields are editable or not. Okay, so these two things that you can't check two things in a single test case. Okay, there should be two different test cases for that. Okay. So this should not be here if you are checking for the field's editability. Okay, then after that you're checking that whether these fields are or these fields are in the editable mode. So what is happening over here? All the mentioned fields are in the editable mode, Pachai. In the last class only I told you that there should be or there would be an edit button present, right? So until and unless you are not clicking onto that edit button, the fields won't be converting into the editable mode. Okay, so over here your expected should be that these fields are not in the editable mode. Pachai, are you able to get me? See, this is the thing that I told you in the last class that this is the defect in the SRS. So explicitly I am explaining it to you. So you'll have to change this thing, right? But I guess you have submitted this thing yesterday only. So might be this is the reason that you are not able to change it. Okay. See, if you are testing the personal details section, so if you're checking the editability of the fields, so I told you that the fields won't be in the editable mode until and unless you have clicked onto the edit button which is present over there. Okay, let me again show you the SRS. Let me open it. Okay, so here it is. See, yesterday only I told you that this save button won't be present over there once you are getting onto the personal details form initially when you are there. Okay, initially the button which would be present over here would be the edit button. Okay, and once you are clicking onto the edit button, then only these fields would be in the editable mode. Okay, and as I told you that the edit button would be present, so once you are clicking onto that, it will automatically get converted into the save button. Why? The reason is very simple. Since after editing, the user, the admin or the ESS user will try to edit the things, and then after doing the additions onto that, he will try to save it. So now there is no need of edit button. So therefore the button has converted into the save functionality, like the save button. It would now perform as the save button. Okay. Okay, Pachi. Okay, so then after that you are checking for the save functionality. So enter the valid information in the editable fields and click on the save button. Okay, this is okay, but you need to enter click on the first name field and enter the data. Okay, then click. These all should be the steps. We can't just write it in the generalized form that enter the valid information in all the editable fields. No, you have to explicitly go and write for each and every, in each and every step you need to write it over there that enter the data in first name, text box. Okay, then after that enter the data in the middle name text box and so on. Okay, what all are the edible fields over here? Okay, and then the last step would be click on the save button. So then we expect that it should save the things. Okay, and over here also in the test data you need to give what all data you must be entering, or the user, the tester must be entering. Okay, Pachay. So I guess you are now in the position to understand what I'm trying to say, right? Pachay, now can you do the modifications? Okay. And most probably by tomorrow afternoon, I would also be sending you a list of some 5-10 test cases, okay, so that you can get a much clear idea about the things that how you have to deal with the other modules also. Okay, so over here I'm explaining it to you all, but apart from this also I'll try that I can take out some time and figure out some test cases for you so that you can use it as a reference. Okay. Okay, Pachai then. And today also I can see many new people who have joined. Let me just call out their names. Krishna Kumari. Then it's Parimala, Rukma, Sohail. Sohail, you are also new to the batch, right? As far as I think. Urmila and Zia. Okay, so the names that I have called out, I guess you all people are new. Like this is the first session for you all. Right? Am I right? The names that I have called out. See, you can chat to me via chat box. You can type your messages. Okay. Okay, so see in this batch, like for this session, I have given the SRS to the students who were already there, okay, in the last session, and then I have told them to write down some test cases. So today in this session, we are reviewing the test cases for them. Okay, so I know that you people must be having a lot of questions. So what we can do is, let me finish up with them first. Okay, so you can stay over here, and after I have reviewed their test cases, they can log off, and the new people, they can remain, and we can talk about the things then. Okay. Okay, Pache, you have a question. Let me unmute you then. Okay. Pache, I'm not able to unmute you. I guess you have joined via phone. Some audio pin is sent to you. Can you try from your side?
Hello.
Hey, Pache.
Yeah, did you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Yeah, I have a question, Vidya. I don't have a IT knowledge. In description, the test to the login page section, here precondition, what should we have to write? Valid user, if we enter valid user ID and password, then only we will open the Orange HRL management, right?
No, the Orange HRM page should be opened, right? The login page should be opened in front of you first, so that you're able to enter your user ID and password in the respective boxes.
Okay.
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 I think that first the HRM page should be loaded, the main page or the home page that you say, the login page.
Okay.
Okay.
Then what should we have to write in the precondition?
This is what you have to write in the precondition. See, as I told you over here also, let me mute you up. Okay. So that there are no disturbances and I can explain it in a better way. See over here, I guess I have told you somewhere over here. Yes. See, if you have to check for the personal details section, as you have told, okay, So if you are not writing anything over here in the precondition, then what you have to do, as you have done earlier, you will have to write from the very starting, that open the Orange HRM, then enter the ID, enter the password, click on the login button, and then come to the personal details section and all. Okay. So over here you will have to write down n number of steps, that too from the very much starting. Okay. Now, if you want to reduce the number of steps, then only you can use this precondition. For this purpose only, to reduce the number of steps, we are using this section, or we are using this column, that is the precondition. Now what I have written in the precondition is that the user is already logged in into the application and the personal detail form is opened in front of him. Okay, so if this is my precondition, then I don't have to write in the steps from the very starting that you have written, that orange, open the Orange HRM, enter the user ID, enter the password, because I have already completed these things in one sentence, that the person is successfully logged in and the personal details form is opened in front of him. That's it. So I have reduced the number of steps that you have written over here. Okay, Bachai, are you able to get me now? That what should be written in the personal, in this section of prerequisite? Okay. Now, is Tasneem there? Okay, Tasneem, yeah, you're here now. I called out your name previously, but for the test cases. Okay. So the description is to test the functionality of the login button. Then, okay, nothing in the prerequisite. Then enter the correct username, enter the correct password, click on the login button. See, you don't have to write like this, that you have to enter the valid password or the correct password or the invalid. That actually does not make any sense, because whatever data you would be giving, whether it is correct or incorrect, it will only be going over here in the test data. Okay, so if you omit this thing also, then it would be okay. Okay, and try to, like, it's not incorrect, and but if you would write it in this manner, that enter the username in the username text box, that would be much more appropriate. That's it. Okay. Similarly, over here also enter the password in the password text box. Okay, then the person should get login into the application as admin. Okay, and the personal detail form should open. Okay. Now to test the functionality of okay, so again for testing the functionality. Now what is the difference over here? You are giving the same data, right? With one time with admin you are able to enter, the other time with admin, why you are not able to enter? The person who is trying to log in should not be able to log in. Why? It was working fine over here. Why it should not work over here? If I'm giving the same ID and the password as I was giving for the previous test case, then I mean, how it becomes incorrect now? Tasneem, can you explain this thing to me? Or am I getting it in some incorrect manner? Okay, let me unmute you. Yes, Tasneem?
Yes, can you hear me, Vidya? Hi.
Hi.
You know what? I was actually confused with the test data, like what to write. So that's why I just wrote admin, but I'm just testing, like if you put like a invalid password or invalid, like a incorrect password or incorrect username, then you should not be able to log in. I just wanted to test that would actually work. So I I didn't really know like what to put for the test data, so that's why I was just a little confused. I know it's not admin. That should have been, that's wrong. I know that.
Okay, so see, if we want to like test for the incorrect username, so what you should have done that don't type anything in the username text box. Okay, because if that is blank and you are putting though you are putting the correct ID password in the password text box, the person should not be able to log in. Okay, or vice versa, right? So test case is actually correct what you are trying to test, but if you are giving the same data like you are giving for the previous test case, then why the person won't be able to get logged in? Okay. Okay, now this makes sense then. Okay, then after that so we have checked for this one. Okay, now for the personal details you are checking. You're checking the functionality of the save button. The user is logged in as admin. Okay. The user will fill the personal details such as name, employee ID, driver license, SSN, SIN, and the date of birth. Okay. After filling every box, user should click on save button. Okay. Or you should simply write it down that click on the save button then, because this was your first step, right? That you have to fill all the information. So anyhow, after the first step is done, then only you are going to move on to the next step, right? So then click on the same button, save button. Okay. Then what all data that you need to give over here in the personal details such as name and all. So see, as I told you that you would be getting the list of the data that you need to enter, since we are not having any test lead over here or the test manager who is giving us that details for now. So write anything which you feel is correct. Okay, so under the name it could be George. Okay, then after that the employee ID. So the employee ID like it is 00003. Anything, driving license number, give it on your own for now. Okay. Okay, so it should successfully be saved. Okay. Then again we are checking for the save button. Admin does not fill every box. So you will have to write it down that what some boxes are not filled over here. Okay. So as you have written for the mandatory fields over here, so you'll have to write it down over here also that the admin does not enter any data in suppose say the name and driving license. Okay, and then he clicks on the save button. Then what should happen? So it should prompt a message saying that it should say some important information needs to be filled and did not save everything. So are you trying to say that it would be saving the rest of the information that you are filling? Are you trying to say that with this? Because over here I can feel it like this, that you are trying to say that the other information could be. Yes, how? I mean, if that is the mandatory field, see, if any form you are filling up, okay, then what all are the mandatory fields? If you have left any, suppose any one field also blank and you are clicking onto the save button, so what I expect is it should not allow me to save the rest of the information also. It should first ask me that I should fill at least the mandatory informations completely. Okay, I should not leave any of the mandatory fields blank. This is what I expect. Don't you think so? Yes, then How can it save the other information? So it should be like, it should say that some important information needs to be filled and did not save the work. Okay, and should not save. Okay. And also we have not written any in any step over here that we are putting or we are entering any data in the mandatory fields. We have just written that we are not writing anything in the name and driving license. This does not mean that we are filling the other fields. If we mean that, then we have to write it over here in these steps. Okay, so if you want to test for it, that what should happen if we are if we are entering the data in the other fields, then enter the data in the SSN text box. Okay, because this is also one of the mandatory field. Then the third would be again enter the data, sorry, in the SIN text box, SIN number text box. Okay, in this way we have to write it down for the other boxes also, that is the date of birth. Okay, clear with this, Tasneem? Yes? Okay, and what all data you need to fill, you have to write it down. Okay? Okay, now let's move to, I guess, Kathy has given the test cases. Just a moment, Kathy. Let me open up the mail. Okay. So these are your test cases, Kathy, right? Okay, then just let's go ahead and review them. So, okay, you are checking for admin login. So admin will log in with a non-valid ID and password. Okay. Then what is that non-valid ID, Kathy? But I can see that you have not written in any of the test data. I don't understand why you people are not writing test data. See, I told you that it would be given by your test lead, but since we are not having it for now, we can assume some of the things like for ourselves only. Okay. See, as I told you that for admin, the valid ID and password is admin. Okay. Then you should have written anything apart from that. So that would be invalid. Okay, let me enable the editing. Okay, so like suppose say I'm giving everything in caps. So this would also be invalid. Okay. Okay, so now admin will log in with valid ID and password. Okay, so the valid were admin, admin. Correct? In lowercase. So if you are putting it in uppercase, so it won't allow you to get logged in into the application, right? Okay, so the personal detail page should be displayed. Okay. Then you are verifying for the personal detail save button. Okay. Okay, when the user has entered as the admin person. Okay. So enter the full name, enter the employee ID, SSN, SIN. Okay. And then click on the save button. Okay, so Kathy, now you can put the data, right? Okay. Then what is the expected result from this? That the personal detail information should be populated and saved. Okay, since you are clicking onto the save button. Then, okay, leave all the required fields blank. Okay, so again, Kathy, you will have to explicitly mention all the fields. Okay, then it should prompt you with an error message. Then for the delete button, okay, tell me one thing, if the person is getting logged in as admin, okay, then if apart from the required, like the mandatory fields, if he's also filling up the other fields which are non-mandatory and clicking onto the save button, what should happen? Okay, he's filling up the mandatory fields and also the non-mandatory ones. Okay, and then clicking on to the save button. Then what should we expect? Yes. Yes, it should be saved. So you should have written it for the other fields also, that are the non-restricted. Okay, because you only have written it for the mandatory ones. This is the reason I asked this thing. And you took that much of time. This is a very simple thing that I asked you. Don't get confused with simple things. Okay. Then you are verifying for the delete button. Over here also, Kathy, you'll have to like explicitly write it down what all fields you are saying about. Okay. Enter in all the required fields. So what all are the required fields? Are you getting it? What I'm trying to say? Okay, that's good then. So the context should be deleted. Okay, so again password. Okay, so up till this point you have checked from admin point of view, right? And now you are checking from ESS point of view, ESS users point of view. That is good, Kathy. The test cases are pretty good. Just like make sure that you are not writing everything in the generalized way that as you have written over here, like enter all the fields and all. Explicitly write down each and every field. Okay, and you need to enter the test data also, else it is good. Okay. Okay, then after this Okay, so it's Dirk now. Let me open your test case, Dirk. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so in the first one, you're checking for the login functionality. Orange login screen, Orange HRM is the full name, okay? Orange HRM login screen should be opened. Okay, then the steps, enter the user ID, password. This is the user ID. Admin should be able to log into the application with the personal details form open. Okay. Then fields and save when the person has entered as admin. Okay. Test my info module as admin user. Dirk, are you trying to do two things over here? Like you're trying to check for the fields and the save button also? Or for or you are checking only for the save button? No, the reason I'm asking is because it is written over here like from the test case ID, I judge it out like this. So am I correct or am I wrong? Are you checking only for the save functionality? Or are you checking for both? Doc, we can't test two things in a single test case, okay? You will have to separate out the things. The reason is why I'm saying so is maybe that the save functionality is working fine, okay, and the fields are, while you're clicking onto the edit button, that is not becoming converted into, like, the fields are not getting converted into the editable mode. So that is the error, okay, but the save button is functioning properly. Okay, if you're trying to like enter the data into the fields and click on the save button, then all the things are getting saved. So if you're checking two functionalities in one, and if one of them is working fine and the another is not, then what will you write while you have actually tested the application and you have to give the status, okay, whether it will be pass or fail. Okay, and also when the things will be discussed and you will have to generate the reports that what all test cases um, were there which were having defects, so you can't make sure of the things. Okay, when the developer, when you are going to send this thing to the developer, so he'll say that no, save button is functioning properly. Okay, so we can't test two things in a single test case. You'll have to make two test cases separately for them. Okay. Also, when the defect reports are created and everything, so there are like lot many things which are done for a defective test case. Okay, so over there, why to involve the things which is already passed? Okay, so verify the employer ID is pre. So you're also checking that you need to verify that the employer ID is pre-populated. Okay, so this means you are checking for three things in a single test case. Okay, Dirk, I was just giving an example. Suppose say like, okay, might be I have given it in the wrong way. Suppose say the fields are in the editable mode okay, after clicking onto the edit button, and the save button is not now functioning properly. Okay, so in that case also, in either of the cases, like so if you are checking for 2 or 3 things in a single test case, that would be like that is not acceptable. Okay. So, and also I can see that you are also verifying that the employee ID is pre-populated. So you have to separate out the things in different test cases. Okay. See, you're writing the steps in the correct manner. That is not a problem. Just make sure that you are separating out the test cases. That's it. Otherwise, it is not a problem. Okay. Now, what you're saying is, so that test case should be broken up, each field for test case. No, no, no. If you are checking for that, like the employee ID should be generated, automatically generated. So you are also checking for that. See over here in the steps I can see. So this is, see over here. Okay, you cannot verify anything in the steps, and this itself is a test case that you have to check that the employee ID is generated up automatically. Okay, this itself makes a test case. You will have to test for it. Okay, then after that, that whether if you are clicking onto the edit button, whether the things are getting converted into the editable mode or not. So this is a different test case. Now, if the things are getting converted into the editable mode, then when you are entering the data in all the fields and clicking onto the save button, whether it is getting saved or not. So that is a different test case. So over here only I can say that there are 3 different test cases. Okay, in your steps. Okay. Okay, same over here also then. Okay, the way of writing the steps is okay. I am like satisfied with this, but you'll have to separate out the things. That's it. Okay, and when you would be separating out the things, then like for each of the things, like suppose say you're checking the editability of the things, then you can do the negative testing also. Okay, by giving the negative inputs. Okay, because over here only you have done the positive testing, that you are giving everything correctly, right? So if you're combining 2 or 3 test cases, this would be a problem, that you won't be able to think in different ways for the negative inputs. Okay, Doc? Okay then. Okay, then apart from this, I don't think that anyone else has given me the test cases to verify. Okay, so are you all able to understand the points that I tried to explain it to you, that what all are the areas of modification for you all? Lalita, oh, did you send it yesterday? Let me check it. Akshay, this is what I told you that by tomorrow afternoon I will try to write down the some test cases, some 5-10 test cases for you. Okay, and I would be spreading it all in the class. Okay, and maybe tomorrow afternoon or by evening. Okay. Okay, Lalita, let me check one more time. Okay, so yes, I got it. So this one is yours, right? Okay, I guess I tested for these. You have incorporated the edit ones, right? Okay, so there it is. User is logged in as admin. See over here in the test data, again you have to give data. You have just copied this thing over here. Okay, Lalita? Data means what? The thing that you're going to enter. I'm not going to enter in the full name text box full name only. Okay, I need to give any name, that is Lalita or your full name, right? So that is the data. Come on, we don't have the actual data, I know, but for you people, you can like, you know the names, right? You can just think of any of the name and at least can give it. Okay. Yeah, you have to assume the things. Okay, so the gray out area should enable editing, and after entering data should return to save button. No, as soon as you are clicking onto the edit button, it would get it will get turned into the save button. Okay, it won't wait for you to enter the data because it is in the editable mode. Okay. Okay, as an ESS supervisor, I told you that don't write it down for the ESS supervisor because this is out of our scope. Okay, this thing we discussed. Okay, that is okay, Lalita. Okay then, we are completed with the test cases then, and I would be giving you some test cases as I told you that tomorrow I would be sending out the mails. Okay, and the people who are new to the batch, now you can ask your questions. Okay, I know there would be many questions for you all, and for the others you can log off for today. Okay, no, before logging off I wanted to discuss one more thing. See, from next week we need to schedule some 5 days batch. Okay, and so can we do it from Sunday evening to Thursday evening. Okay, so are you all comfortable on doing on Sunday evening? Because now I want to take the batches every week, that is every five days a week. Okay, give me your views because we need to schedule it accordingly. Kathy is okay with it. What about others? Samantha, okay. Bacha is also okay. Kavita, Tara, okay. Kumar, Sunday would be difficult. Okay. Like the same timing, Anuja. Anuja is also okay. Dirk is also okay. Tasneem okay. Saujanya also. Kirti too. No, Lalita, the timing would be the same as we are doing. That is 9 p.m. EDT. But now the duration of the session it could be long. Okay. From next week, Dirk. Tasneem, should we finish writing the test cases? No, for the other modules also you can continue writing the test cases. That is for your practice. Okay, and doing so if you feel that you have some query or you want me to review something for you, then I can. Okay. Yes, Saujanya, from this Sunday. Kumar, won't the timing would be like for Sunday, won't it be possible for you to make for this timing? See, the timing would be the same, only I am saying that the duration could be a bit long. For Sunday, I won't plan long duration. For Sunday, I will keep it short, but for the other days, it would be long. Okay, so then this is like everyone is okay with this thing, right? Yes, Kumar, if anyhow, if you are not able to like join on Sunday, you can always join on Monday. So the Monday timing would be, yeah. So Monday timing would be 10 a.m. EDT. Okay. But try to do it in your batch only. Okay. So Raghu will be sending you the links for Sunday. Okay. So from Sunday to Thursday, right? Yeah. Okay, Kumar. From Sunday to Thursday, 9 p.m. EDT, everyone. Okay. Okay, then see you all on Sunday evening. And the people who have joined today, if you have some questions, you can stay and can ask me. Okay, others they can drop off. Kumar also yesterday I could not. No, Kumar yesterday, I don't know, due to some technical issue, the webinar ended for, yeah, it, yeah, I sent the mail also, but it ended in a very incorrect manner. Okay, you were marked in the mail. Okay, so Krishna, okay, see, I can unmute you, but let me just take up the question of Krishna first. How many classes are you done? I guess Krishna, some six, 7. 6, 7 classes, I guess. Yeah, 6 to 7. See, but then also it won't be a problem because we have the recording for each and every session. Okay, and you would be getting the recorded for the sessions that you have not attended. Okay, and also we are planning to have some cover up sessions also, and we are taking some cover up sessions. So I have taken like day before yesterday only, and if new people are coming in, then we can take it in the weekend, or Raghu will schedule the session. Okay, then we can plan up for the cover up session also. So that won't be a problem. Yes, Naz, there are many people who are like who are there in the batch. They don't have IT background, so it does not. It won't really matter you a lot. Okay, because if non-IT person he has to enter into the IT, so this is the only way, the only easiest way to get into it. Okay, so let me just unmute Zia. Hey Zia. Hey, hi Zia. Are you able to hear me? Vidya here. Okay, I have muted you again because I was not able to hear anything back from you. Oh no. Okay, so you said I'm listening to you. No, you told me that you want to talk to me, so unmute me. Okay. Okay, I would unmute you. Just a question I have from Kumar. Vidya, when you are done. Okay. Okay, Zia, let me unmute you. Okay. Hey, hi Zia.
Hi, are you able to listen to me?
Yeah, I can now.
Hi, what is your name? Vidya?
Vidya.
Oh, okay. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, I'm fine, thanks. I have a few questions. First of all, how many classes you're gonna have altogether?
See, I'm not taking down the number of classes that I have to finish up only in these number of classes. Okay, so if a class demands for something more like there are there are many type of students. Some can finish up with the thing, some can finish like they can finish up
Okay.
with the thing. So I'm not
Oh,
just to the classes that I have to delete only that many classes.
oh, okay, I got it. I mean, as you have already mentioned that you have taken about 6, 7 classes, right? So my question to you is I want to start with a new batch. You know, I don't want to jump in the middle of the class. You know what I mean? So I would like to learn it from the beginning. So when are you starting a new batch for this?
See, for that you need to contact the batch coordinator, but we like up to my knowledge, we are going to start like in week or two. I don't know the exact.
Okay, in the first week of April, you're saying?
Um, I am not the right person to answer this thing. Okay, so uh, can you give me your contact number so I can give it to my batch?
Sure. My name is Zaya Khan, 90, Zaya Khan, and let me text you, write it down my number in the box.
Yeah, okay.
So
That would be
you
good.
will have it exactly.
Mhm.
And what is the name of the person who will be calling me?
Raghu,
I'm sorry, what is his name?
Raghu.
Raghu. Okay, and he will be calling me from New York.
No, not from New York. From Georgia itself.
Okay, from Georgia. So what is the area code? Usually, if somebody calls me, without my knowledge, I don't pick up the phone. That's the thing. Unless they left me a message.
See, the timing, I don't know when he would be calling, but you tell me your timing so I can tell him that.
I mean, I am in the Eastern time zone, very close to New York.
Yeah. So even Georgia is the Eastern time zone.
Okay, so that's fine too. So I mean, he can call me like in the afternoon, I guess, except the weekends. I mean, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I work, so that's very busy for me.
Actually,
So other than that, like usually, I mean, he can give me a call on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Very good days for me to have a kind of comprehensive conversation with him regarding this.
okay, so I tell him to call you on Tuesday at maybe at 2 p.m.
He can call me around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. He can call me 1 o'clock or 12:30. That's fine too.
Okay, so I'll call. I'll tell him.
And one more thing, I was looking at your class schedule. I mean, sorry, the course description that you have. So basically, in this class, you will be covering Quality Center, Quality Test Professional, and the Selenium, and a little bit of Unix and
SQL.
I guess SQL.
Sorry?
Unix and SQL, a little bit of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my question to you is, with this little bit of information like QTP and Quality Center and Selenium, one will be able to get, if I consider myself, I have a little background in IT, but one should be able to get a job with this knowledge that you're giving out in this course?
Yes, you would be. Since see, in manual testing, nobody will ask you right from the very much starting that you need to write down the test cases or the test scripts in the tool, or you have to have the tool knowledge. That comes up with the experience and knowledge of the things. So that will gradually come.
The reason is, I mean, I'm asking you this question because I have spent some time in these training courses, and if you go out and look for a job, I mean, you're absolutely right about one thing. I mean, what you just said it, that this is the easiest way to get into IT through this testing from this line, right, as a tester. This is absolutely right. This is what I have noticed. Because in this field, I mean, every job requires an ID, usually, 5 years experience. But with these jobs, some people put down 6 months experience requirement and 1 year requirement. So do you guys have any placement program, or once we complete this course, I'll be at my own? That's my question.
We will be providing you assistance till you get the job.
Okay. So, I mean, definitely, I would like to talk to Mr. Raghu, and, I'll be interested in getting your class once you start a new batch, because I really don't want to jump in the middle.
Okay, so no problem in that. So I will ask Raghu to call you on Tuesday, right?
All right. Thank you so much, Vidya. Thanks for taking your time, okay? Good luck. Thank you very much.
Okay, Krishna, for the recordings are sent by Raghu. Okay, once like you can drop a mail to Raghu and he can reply you back. Okay, at Bhagyatech, the same mail ID that from where you got the link. Okay, so you can drop a mail over there. Okay, apart from this, anyone else has any question? Yes, Krishna. The next class will be on Sunday. The same timing. Okay. So are we good to go then? Hi, Parimala. Okay. Okay, I'm not aware of the time zone of there in New Zealand. In New Zealand, Parimala, I don't think so, but let me ask Raghu about this. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Oh, Kumar, it's 7 hours ahead of us. Okay. Um, Zia, you are asking me for Raghu's number. Just a second. Let me look for it. Just a second. Okay. So his number is 703. I'll type it over here in the chat box. 703-880-4235. Okay. Okay then. Kumar, you had a question, right? Okay. So what is that? Okay, you want me to unmute you? Just a second. Yes, Kumar.
Yes, sir. Vidyaji, I have an email from Mr. Raghu, asks something about that they're going to install some tools. My question is that I have a laptop, but this is a really run-down laptop. So and there is probably not too much memory left here. It's a very old, I have it got from someone. So do you think that I should go and get a laptop because quality center units, it will require a lot of space in the computer? What do you think?
See, I would say that first try to install it over here only. Okay, once you are if it works, that is good for you. You don't have to invest money.
Yes.
And if it does not work fine, then you can go ahead and.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That's a big relief for me.
Okay then, I guess then we are good to go for today. So then see you all on Sunday evening. Okay, good night everyone. Have a good weekend. Yes, Krishna, we would be doing and we would be taking care of all of the other tools also. Okay. Okay then. See you all on Sunday. Bye bye.